Hey, and welcome to the next part of the Roll Plus Bond second anniversary stream, day two. This is going to be us playing my game, upcoming, not quite yet released, called Dzimtā Puse. Have fun with that, all you non-Latvian speakers. Today I am joined by a wonderful crew. Say hi.
Hello. Hi, my name is Alice. I use she, her pronouns, and you can find the games that I've wrote at alicesv.itch.io. And since we're doing this for the Native American Rights Fund, I'd like to acknowledge that I'm playing from Krenak and the Mashakali land.
I'm HB, sometimes known as Happy Birthday. My pronouns are they them. I don't really want to shout out anything aside from donate to indigenous people near you.
And hi, you can call me Zero, use he and pronouns. I guess you can find me on Twitter at lpondoc, it's LPONDOC. Maybe there'll be some games there someday soon. Just wanted to say, hope y'all enjoy this game, and just watch out for the rest of the stream. This is kind of like we're nearing the halfway mark of the entire stream, and still got another day, and be sure to enjoy watching the stream and check out the charity that we're donating to, which I assume Halcyon will tell us more about.
Cool. Yeah. I forgot. Did I say my name? My name's Halcyon. I use he or they pronouns, and uh, the charity we are collecting money for is called the Native American Rights Fund, the oldest and largest nonprofit legal organization with a focus on asserting and defending the rights of Indian tribes, organizations, and individuals throughout America, with focus on 5 key areas, which are the preserve tribal existence, protect tribal natural resources, promote Native American human rights, hold governments accountable. That's my favorite. And develop Indian law and educate the public about Indian rights, laws, and issues. You can find more about them at the nraf.org site, or you can just type !donate in chat, and it will take you to where you can donate. Right. So, a bit about the game that we're going to be playing. This is a game called Dzimtā Puse, which is about how the places where you grow up acquire a completely new set of names through the process of growing up in these places. Um, you know, and to grow up in a place, first we will need to have a place. And to that effect, we have each prepared one or more maps to consider. And the first part of the stream is going to be us talking about which of these seems like the most fun to play on. So I'm going to start with an example, which I'm going to say is uh, definitely an outlier, and we're not playing on this one, but I just want to show it off.
Hey, there's my friend.
Because a map can be a lot of things. Anything that describes the relations between several spaces is technically a map, and a train schedule schematic is also a map. But it's also hard to grow up on a national train network, so we're going to be using something else. So Zero, why don't you show us what you've brought to the table today?
Oh, hold on, because I just realized one of my maps is in PDF form. It's like, how did that happen? So I'm frantically trying to take a screenshot of it. Do you mind if I go maybe after this one?
Sure.
Sorry.
Alice?
How do you paste a map?
You need to go to edit and paste file.
Gotcha. That one. No, it's a bit big.
Ah. Yeah. Might have to resize that before pasting. Aggie does not like image data that is larger than the canvas, but I like it. I like it. It has a good texture.
Yeah, let me try and get a print from the whole picture. It's a colonial map from Bahia. I think that might be the city that became the capital after a bit. But by then, it's just a small city with apparently a military base too.
I mean, everything was a military base back then.
There it is.
Yay.
Has some cool boats in it.
Yeah.
I imagine it.
That's real nice. Cool. HP, what have you brought us today?
Let me just check. Let's see. What I've brought, since I kind of filled in at the last moment, I just grabbed the first map I could find. That's a pretty good one.
Hey, Duskfall.
It is a map of Crow's Foot from not from Blades in the Dark. This was made by Old Dog Games. It's from a supplement of detailed street maps for the city of Duskfall, the setting of Blades in the Dark. They're very good, and they really add a lot of detail to the. They're really good, and they add a lot of detail to Duskfall that like, makes it feel like much more of a city.
Real nice.
Also, I just love the idea of playing urchins in I just love the idea of playing urchins in Duskfall or something like it.
Ooh.
I once nearly made a Mean Teens playbook for Blades in the Dark. Maybe I should come back to that someday.
That's an idea. Zero, how's your PDF coming?
Should be fine. Sorry. Well, I was in the middle of frantically trying to screenshot it. I missed on how to put the maps.
So you use edit paste file, which means you need to have the map saved as a file.
Okay, where do I need the map saved? Where do I need to have it saved? Sorry.
Anywhere on your computer.
Okay, cool. Copy them first.
Meanwhile, I can offer my idea, which is let's see, bring that up a layer. Camp.
That's pretty cute. I like how there's one just labeled magic. I don't know what it is.
I like how there's a special house for RPG.
Yeah, that's what I saw. It's like, oh my god, an entire house. Just for
Game
RPG.
house.
Or rocketry house.
That's a cute map. They have They have like water games.
Yeah. That's a camp you want to return to.
Okay, hopefully this will work. Oh my god! Sorry, I had this edit file open. I didn't realize there was a circus as well. Up in the northwest. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that's one I brought is a map from a dungeon, like a world setting called Fever Dreaming Marlinko. This is the city of Marlinko.
Oh,
Can't
some
wait.
That's
pretty
real
neat
nice.
buildings.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've never ran this setting. I just like remember to have it, and it had the nicest map of any of the ones of the adventure settings I had. So
Mhm.
Oh wow.
So Polish
yes. Actually, I'm not sure.
or
Let me double check.
something West South Slavic.
Yeah.
Cool.
Look, there's even an onion
Uh,
tower. They
there's-
just call it an onion tower.
Just call it Onion Tower. This is real nice. Cool. Right. We have
I
one
also
set.
have another late entrant
Yes.
that I just found. Let me just quickly find that. Let's see. Oh god, where even
Move
is it?
that
Ah,
up.
here it is.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Which is a map of the canals and irrigation systems in the west of the Euphrates, Babylonia,
That's a power play. Speaking of power plays,
in the 17th century BC.
yeah. Speaking of power plays, here's my power play.
Oh
Let's
no.
move that up. So this is Irben, the former Soviet military base and radio location tower, which currently serves as a radio telescope.
Oh god,
Ooh.
these things, god damn.
Yeah.
Excellent fucking pull. When I was a kid, we'd always drive by one of these, and my parents would tell me it was radioactive.
I mean,
It is, but
that's a
like,
reasonable precaution.
it's active and does radio things.
Yeah. And some of them actually used to store nukes, so
God.
They also look. They actually look very. It's kind of interesting how unassuming they look.
yeah. Cool. Also I want to shout out the map of Undead Burg from Dark Souls, which I did consider, but also maybe a bit too dark.
I also have an island map.
Yes.
Pa, pa, pa. Okay. Is it maybe underneath the other things?
Possible? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Layers. Layers will do that. Okay. Okay. That's nice. It's nice. It's an island.
Cute.
Has a lot of rocks around it. Okay.
Also, I just looked up what the radio location tower looks like from up close, and it's incredible.
I've been there once. It was
Oh.
nice. So, any other entries before we start deciding?
I think I have one more, but I just got it for the laughs. Well, not laughs really. It's just a map of the original Disney World. There we go. This is what Walt Disney wanted to build. Before he died. This is where he was going to build his company town, Epcot, all the way over there to the north. and he was going to build his own airport as well. Basically, he was basically going to build like just his own little kingdom over there.
Yeah. I appreciate the fact that swamp is clearly marked. Just like there's no illusions. We are building this shit on a swamp.
Yeah. It's a good, it's like a good practice labeling wise, because otherwise I would have assumed those were like holes in the ground.
Yeah.
The texture of that map is really cool, actually.
Okay. We have a lot of maps on a lot of layers. I'm gonna say I am a fan of the D&D setting map.
Yeah.
I
Looks really cool.
also like the colonial map here. And while the canals are an exciting idea, I don't think that's going to work.
I like the Epcot one a lot. It has a really grimy feel to it. I also love the radio location one, but that's just because of my personal investment in radio location towers.
Yeah.
I like the camp one too, actually. A lot of good maps.
Yeah, they're
I
all
really
good
like the
maps.
island one,
Yeah.
but that might be just because I gotta go where it's warm.
Mhm.
Camp is warm.
Yeah. Yeah, camp is. Yeah, I was gonna say camp. Camp is warm. Yeah, these are all good maps. I'm kind of partial to the camp one.
Oh no.
We have to chat.
Right. So, chat. Let's do a chat. Can we
Vote
actually
on your phones now.
make a vote? We can't make a vote. We're not that kind of channel to make a vote. Anyways, people in chat. What do you think is the best place to grow up out of? Oh, so many options. Okay. We have a vote for camp.
Someone found us on a website.
We have a bot doing bot things.
Yeah. Yeah, the only two clips. I clicked on their link, which I probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
The only two links are from last year's stream.
Yeah.
I vote
Okay,
for
we have a vote for Epcot. We have a vote for Ancient Babylon. Also, loose threads. Ancient Babylon didn't have capitalism. I'm sorry, one of the best preserved texts we have from that time is the complaint of a trader that they were supplied subpar copper.
I vote for the RPG one. Aren't getting any closer.
That was the camp one because it has the RPG room.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We're gonna need a more elaborate ruling on that one, though. There's lots of these ones that could qualify as the RPG one.
yeah, fair enough. Right, because this
We'll
is
assume
also
that's
the
camp.
RPG one. Camp. Okay.
We have more than one vote for camp.
Yeah. More than one clear vote for camp. So, camp it is. Sure, we're going camp, and we are keeping the rest as honorable mentions. And probably you can probably check those out on the reference Twitter later.
God, we're just making reference Twitter post all of these, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
Just put these all in the channel and just put everything in the channel. It's fine.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm going to try and clean up the everything. Let's see. Map layer goes down. This thing gets deleted. This thing Just going to re-upload. Let's see, does it? I could, in fact, do a quick resize. Paste file, camp. There we go. It should be good because that leaves us ample space. Let's see, can I can't take over your layers. You're going to have to delete your own content.
I have got.
Oh, figured out how to do that. That's not the easiest way to do it.
Oh, that's trippy.
Oh man, imagine we can make these maps bleed into each other.
Oh, that's an idea for a different game.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know, come back next year for our collective new game, which is about maps bleeding.
A sequel to Make the Library Smile, Make the Maps Bleed.
Yeah. Okay, so the
Could
map
have
is in
just
the
selected
background.
and deleted it. But then we wouldn't have discovered this, so.
Yeah.
Okay. A bit of organizing thing. There should be a layer for each of us. There's a map layer which is locked, which is going to be always below, and there's a renaming layer on top of everything, because sometimes we will need to be writing over each other's stuff, and the rewrite needs to be the top layer at all times. Otherwise, stick to your layer and it's probably fine. Then we're going to need roughly equal spaces. Here, just to have a little bit of space for character stuff. Something like that. Somebody gets the exclusive bottom section. Okay, so we have our basis. Now, we are a group of people who grow up in a hometown, or in this case, probably grow up across multiple summers going to the same camp. And by having experiences here, we infuse the very land with meaning. Before we play, anyone may declare any themes or subjects off limits. It doesn't matter why. If you think something might come up and shouldn't, say so now.
I don't have anything specific, but I think I kind of want to keep this to like a PG-ish, maybe PG-13 kind of tone. I think being in camp,
Yeah.
kind of like helps.
Mm-hmm.
But keep it a bit light but melancholy, because this is about growing up and things changing.
Sure. Yeah. This is also something that's in the rules. Specifically, some childhoods and youth are filled with tragedy, violence, and trauma. This is not the game about those. We may agree to play to those themes, but maybe a different game would be a better fit, and we're going to keep to that. Other things to keep in mind: time is a matter of opinion, both in terms of when things happened, how long they happened, when they happened in the story. Nothing needs to be chronological. And also, we as a group don't need to be friends at all times, but there are things, there are ties that bind us enough that we share the names of places, even if friendship ended with character A. Character B is my best friend now. Things change, but places stay.
Could that be my name? Character A.
That can easily be your name. So, we've got our map. We've got our writing tools. Next, tell us who you are. This can include, isn't limited to, name and pronouns, age, what do you want to be when you grow up, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream, which color of Power Ranger would you be, what is your favorite dinosaur. Write any relevant facts in your area. Try to leave some space for later additions, and also, an important note, anything you write down can be changed.
And should be, in fact.
And should be. That is what we in the industry call growing up. Okay, I'm gonna claim the top spot. I'm just gonna.
I like how Zero renamed my layer Zero's layer.
Oh, that's not my layer. My layer right now is just for some
Oh
reason.
no, I named the layers before. You just didn't take your layers.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I don't think I have a choice on which layer I want to be on. I just do not have access to the other ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
you got a layer away from somebody, but you can make new ones, and you can rename your own. I'm just gonna write down that this is my corner. Okay. Just a quick jaunt over to the names list, and I have a name. Hi, I'm John C. Two Fish, always right.
And I'm Find Me.
I'm Amelia PB. There's another Amelia on camp.
Aw.
And for some reason, oh, there it is. For some reason, I couldn't write, but then.
I
Oh,
love that. He
oh,
likes
bother.
the Beatles and hates the Beatles.
Yeah. The Beatles are my dad's music, and he's definitely not cool. Mm,
And Lavenza. Or Ven to my friends.
Find Me has solemnly sworn to never eat anything twice.
Are you starting to run out of things?
Yes, it's been 2 weeks and I'm starting to run out of things.
like, it's definitely harder to do at camp.
I like to think of it as a way to sharpen my survival skills.
That ham was a bit janky.
I just want to point out that Jancy doesn't write Sailor Venus as an answer to what's your favorite character. That's the answer to what you want to be when you grow up.
Hmm.
Find Me loves bees,
Hmm.
and asks other people to love bees as much as Find Me does. I think if you want to be friends with Find Me, you have to at the very least like bees.
At the very least. Committing to never eating anything twice is a bonus.
Yeah, it's like a club.
Mhm.
I'm having trouble with the tools. I'm trying to write something and it's not showing up. I don't know what's happening.
Um, do you have a different layer selected, maybe?
No, I'm just on my layer, which is just layer.
Did you accidentally switch to eraser mode or something?
Um, no, I'm still on a pencil.
Oh, did you maybe hold down Control while clicking, which may have selected your color to be white?
It says here it should be blue. That's where I have.
Or okay.
See, there's this selection tool box that's just floating around. I don't know what's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, try Control D, because you might
Yeah.
be constrained to a selection.
Oh, okay. Okay, there it is.
How
There we
can
go.
I move around the stuff? Oh, I think it's the hand around there. No.
Space.
No, I'll move around the things that I've wrote.
Oh, that's the top tool. V. I think it's gonna move around the whole
Oh,
layer.
yeah.
You can also use selection tool to move around a selection. Um, drawing tools. Ooh. Marin asks, is always read Jancy's family name? Yes. And yes, it is. Well, it's not your customer's kid from yesterday because the timeline doesn't match up, but they are in the same family tree. They might be your customer as a kid. In fact, for people who weren't here for yesterday's games, Jancy Two Fish Always Right is a combination of two other characters that appeared in two other games.
Hey.
Oh god. Roll plus Bond expanded universe.
Which makes as much sense as the I forgot the name. The little kid in coma hallucinating all of TV. That thing.
Was that Saint Elsewhere thing?
No. No. It's a movie theory where a TV show ends with a child waking up from coma and having dreamt all of it. But since it's the 60s, 70s, and TV shows have overlap sometimes where characters from other shows appear in different shows, uh, making them happen in the same universe, which means all of the TV show universes have been dreamt up by this one child. Uh, there's a name for that. Someone can probably help us with the Googling. Okay. How are we feeling? Are we set up for the basics of our characters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I know about mine is that, yeah, would love to meet a whale, doesn't like birds.
Cool.
Good. I'm good with that.
Jancy goes by they them for now. We'll see how that changes. Likes beetles, hates beetles, wants to be Sailor Venus.
Mm-hmm. Find Me has no pronouns, and all I know about Find Me is love bees, make friends, love bees, make friends, interact somehow, gotta learn dances, catch the sunrise, and never eat anything twice.
And I'm playing Amelia BB because there's another Amelia on camp. I think she uses her pronouns for now. She likes bubblegum ice cream, and she's the self-appointed camp firefighter.
Yeah, and Lavenza uses she pronouns. Would like to meet a whale, not a fan of birds. I think she wants to escape camp. I just realized that.
Okay. Cool. Right, then we've done that, So, first of all, we will do a seeding round, which is everybody takes a turn to name a place, but we're skipping the explanation step. Normally, when you name a place, you write a name on the map, maybe draw a circle or a point to specify what exactly we're naming. Normally, you would also explain, okay, so there's a tree here. We are naming it this and this. And that's because that and that happened. Right? A really short two-sentence description. What is this place? In this seeding round, we are explaining nothing. This is to signify that when you join a community, you join a place with some history already in place. Yeah, we call this the Hedgehog Corner. Why? I don't know. It's what everybody calls it, right? And so we are creating this background of already things have been named in weird ways. And to that effect, I'm just gonna go and mark this spot here in the forest, behind the small hill, behind the girls' bunks. It's gonna be called Fairy Road.
Mm, I think the ILC is known as the National. Wait, that's the wrong color. International League of what's a good C word?
I have bad words on my mind.
Crustacean.
Cockroaches. Crustaceans, yes. Crabs.
Crabs.
I think this place here, below where it's lakeside, is called the Pirate Bay.
I think there is a tree that's like near the gym wall that's just called the tower.
I like the idea that the true name of the ILC is always written slightly off map. And the camp counselors keep finding like UE of S? What? Just scribbled on tables.
UE of S.
Mhm.
United States.
Cool.
Like there's a Pirate Bay on this map.
It's where you
Those are
go
good-
to get your torrents.
Yeah, you could go there and come back with some VHS tapes full of the things you like.
Or, get rained on by a torrent. Okay. So we have our setup. I think this is also a good time to take a little break. Stretch our legs, breathe some fresh air, look at the sun. while it's still out.
Oh
Uh,
God, it's beautiful out today.
don't look directly at the sun.
I was about to say that.
And we'll be back in 8 minutes, exactly on the hour.
Oh,
Well,
And then we'll begin.
and then we'll begin.
Now recording. Now recording. Now recording. Now recording. Now recording. Now recording.
And we're back. Hi. Just a reminder, you are watching the Roll Plus Bond community second anniversary stream, and we are doing this not only because we are fun people who like to do fun things together, like 72-hour streams, but also to benefit a charity. If somebody could write exclamation donate in the chat, that would be nice. You know, let's not forget the bigger picture. Speaking of big pictures, we have a pretty big map here, and it needs to be renamed or named. Cool. And you know, I guess it falls upon me as the facilitator to take the first turn here. So, on a turn, there are 5 things we can do. Some of them dependent on other things, some of them less dependent. We can name a place, which is write a new name somewhere, say a few things about why that place and why that name, but keep it brief. We can rename a place, which means cross out a name, write a new name here, explain nothing. In part because it takes very little for a place to get named, and it's a bit of a bigger shift if a name that exists changes. Then we can tell a story about a named place, a brief scene of, well, what happened here? I have a memory of this, a little vignette. We can tell a story specifically about why a place was renamed, what led to it, what are the changes, why exactly this new name, and so on. In part, this is also a separate action because that allows people to work together. Maybe I have a good name for a place, a new name for a place, but maybe I don't have a good reason for that. Maybe someone else can come in. Maybe it will remain a mystery. Who knows? And the last action that is on the table is called Move On, which we'll probably try to keep for later in the stream. But just to keep in mind, moving on is telling the story of how you left our little group. Did you grow up and move away? Did you find new friends? Did your parents start taking you to a completely different camp? We'll see. And the game ends when everyone except one person has moved on. If you have moved on, you're not out of the game. It's just you have done your epilogue, but you can come back and tell, okay, but before that, and so on. And I'm going to start with more naming. More naming. So, you know how there's the tower in one corner of the woods? In the, opposite corner woods, maybe not the best term here, but in the opposite corner, there's this tree. And it is called August. And the way that happened is basically a camp counselor was, leading us on a hike, and somebody had to do it. Somebody had to get the guy talking about Roman history. And when that happens, he's just going to go on. And he was playing sort of a scene, and he's like, okay, now imagine this tree is Augustine, and Augustine is a bit of a complicated name for kids, so they just shortened it to August. But they kept imagining that, yeah, this tree is now named August. Cool. And that's our tree now. And I think we'll play in character sheet order, which means it's going to be Amelia next. But before that, after any turn, doesn't have to be your turn, can be anyone else's turn. Everyone has a chance to change something on their character sheet. It's usually based on an idea that came about from the scene, but also it doesn't have to be connected.
Is adding stuff considering changing your character sheet?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Okay.
In that case, if that's it, I'm gonna change a name. Elkville. Elkville. It's now called Possumville.
I want to say that for the purposes of this game,
Oh, should we stick to the names there?
names that are printed aren't considered real names.
I'll name this place then. Possumville.
Yeah.
Because we once saw a possum there. Was the first time we saw a possum. Was pretty neat.
Yeah, you've reviewed a possum.
It's pretty neat.
Great possum view.
I mean, I didn't understand what the hype was, but pretty great.
Yeah. It's just like us in a row watching this possum from far away. It's like, oh yeah. Some possum.
Yeah, solid 9 out of 10 possum. I'm saving my 10 out of 10 possum for a special possum, you know?
Mm.
Yeah. I am immediately going to change something on my character. I have acquired the new hobby. I rate possums.
Oh my God. Do you see that many possums though?
You got to start with one.
Okay. Hope we see more. So it's my turn?
Yeah.
Cool. I think I'm gonna name this like it kind of looks like a wrestling ring near the to the left of the welcome center. I nearly just went to ping it. This is now the hold on. There we go. This is now the LLB. This is the Lavenza Liberation Bureau. This is Lavenza has claimed this place. This is where they're gonna start their plans to escape this camp forever. I think normally in camp is I think normally in camp this is like kids learn to wrestle. No, no, I think it's just a wrestling ring that someone left over there. But because no one's using it, it has now been claimed by Avenza. And anyone who's interested in liberation, they hide supplies under that ring, including like food or clothes or the really important things you need to make that trek. To get past the possum view. Uh, or sail past the pirate bay. That's where like all the important stuff is. It's all hidden under the wrestling ring.
Just as a point of order, are we supposed to say why something is named something when we do a turn? Because we just do like one of the
Oh,
actions. Right?
sorry.
Yeah. When you name something, you do a little explainer why.
Okay.
Huh.
It's the initial setup that skips that step.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's
yeah.
only renaming a place where you don't explain anything.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess like you said that August tree was Roman history.
Mhm.
Love that. See.
Okay. I think. I'm going to circle the other trees near the circus.
Hmm.
And we call these the elephants.
Ooh.
Obviously.
I think I think the exact nuances of the Punic Wars are kind of lost on us, despite the attempts of the camp counselor. But I think we do know that Carthage has elephants and Carthage rules, and the Romans are punks.
And that's why we have a circus. Can't have a circus without elephants.
Yeah, that's also a big part of it. I think the thing is that I think is that we feel like it's unfair that the tree is named after August, but like the much cooler Carthage with their elephants don't get any trees, so we fixed that.
Hmm.
I think each elephant has a name, but I don't think everybody knows those names, and nobody entirely agrees on what those names are. But we do know that that any day now they're gonna come in and ruin August shit.
We're just waiting patiently.
Yeah, that tree has a
looming.
comic.
They loom. Cool. Uh,
I'm gonna change something in my character sheet
okay.
about Carthage and and folks who stand up to monolithic empires like the camp conquerors, I mean the Romans. I think Lorenzo gets really into the history of of finding the man and starts stealing history books to stash in the wrestling ring.
Yes.
And I think I'm gonna add. I think Find Me begins to. I think Find Me begins to say, "Furthermore, Rome must be destroyed." At the end of many things that Find Me says.
Yes. Roma delenda est.
Roma delenda est. Yeah, that's all right.
Because, of course, Carthaginians speak Roman, Latin.
Mhm.
Don't question it. Cool. I think I'm going to tell a story. So, stories can involve other player characters, can also not involve other player characters. But an important thing to remember is, this is how you remember that thing going. The other person might tell a completely different story about the same event. So, anyways, Jancy. Jancy will find me uh, one overcast afternoon and was like, "Hey, how's that? How's that never eat anything twice thing going? Um, I have a I know the cafeteria offerings have been very samey, but I know I've seen a good stash,
Mm.
and I think we could go raid it.
Ooh, where?
So, we wait for nightfall, and we go and raid LLB, which to find me's dismay, it's more cafeteria food, but to Chancy's excitement, it's uh, candied granola bars, which you get one a day, but like yummy, and just I dig in, um, and uh, and yeah, like an hour later, it's like, okay, uh, cool. We should probably leave. And next time Lavenza goes to check out the stash, there's instead of instead of granola bars, there's a lot of wrappers.
Hmm. It's just one of those. It's just one of those tableaus where there are like. It feels like a wild animal got into your food.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The only thing that clearly denotes that this is probably not a wild animal is um the fact that the history books have their bookmarks moved by like 20 pages down. Somebody's been eating my snacks and somebody's been reading my books,
Ah.
which
Um.
either nasty campers or very smart possums.
That's terrifying.
That is a solid 10 out of 10 possum.
Hmm. To illustrate the change in things that story, I've added a frowny face on the fence's sheet. Not happy about this. I thought we were meant to have solidarity uh, for liberation.
Yuli in chat says, sounds like a Goldilocks infestation to me. You know what? I'm taking that. I'm taking that. My locks are golden.
Hmm.
Hmm. I think I'll add that. I think I'll add that. Find me sleeps in the biggest bed every time.
Okay, I think that one day, Amelia, PB, and maybe other characters, walk down Ferry Road, and then there's a good rock with some moss on top, and so we name it Queen Below Moss. Queen Below Moss. And Phoebe thinks that this rock is the Fairy Queen.
Hmm. Dale in chat says a good rock, and I can only strongly agree.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it's Lavenza's turn.
Yeah. I think gonna name a place down south. I think close to the International League of Crabs. I think Levenza's trying to find a more secure place for a possible new LLB, and finds this like another big tree with like a nice hollow, but it's been the problem for her because like it looks neat. It's a there's a nice dry hollow under the tree, but there's a family of owls at the top, and Lavenza doesn't like birds. because they can fly freely when she can't. Honestly, she's probably just jealous.
Aw.
But the owls freak her out, so she just start calling the south the nightmare frontier, um because it's full of those creatures of the sky. Most other kids probably just call it like Hootville, or something like that. um
It's a
but
hoot.
yeah, it's
We
the
heard
real
of, we heard that there's we heard that there's a thing in town called the Hooters. We don't know what it is. We assume it's something like this.
blot out aerial adventures. Would have loved to have found out what that is, but
Redacted adventures.
yeah, we've got a family of owls down south.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll name a place. I think there is a. I think there is a little. I think there's a little spot in the middle of the lake. Let me just find the right color. That seems about right. Uh, mm, that we call Buddy Island. Or Buddy Isle, actually. And what it is that there's like this little bit of there's like this little bit in the lake where there's like a kind of like a little sandbank that's kind of so the water there is like shallow enough that like an average like kid or teenager like us, an average adolescent person could just like kind of take the boat out onto the lake and then just kind of get out of the boat and just stand on Buddy Isle and still be like still have their head out of the water.
Aw.
And it looks cool, and also you can you can just kind of hang there. Well, mostly you can just stand around there, but it's kind of cool to be able to stand in the middle of a lake. And the thing is that the location of Buddy Isle isn't like very precisely known. Like we don't have a way to like map it out accurately. So the only way to get there is to just have a buddy who'll take you there, who knows where it is, who'll just kind
Yeah.
of put you out of the who'll kind of put you out of the boat and put you onto the island. And the great thing about this is that even if if you know where Buddy Island is, and people know that you know where Buddy Island is, you can prank people by just dropping them in the lake.
Yeah, just jump out here. It's fine. Plunge.
I think that Amelia PB is quite excited about the discovery of Buddy Island, and she's gonna self-appoint herself as lifeguard. And take more people to Buddy.
I think Find Me has appointed. I think Find Me has been self-appointed as. What would be the best way to say this? Find Me is self-appointed as the buddy in residence.
Buddy in chief.
Find Me takes a lot of people out to Buddy Island, and some of them Find Me takes to the right Buddy Island. Some of them absolutely not.
I think Lavenza keeps bugging Find Me to take her to Buddy Isle, but it's kind of obvious that she wants to take it over as the new LLB. So Find Me never lets her get there.
It's like
Oh yeah,
you get you get in a boat with Find Me, and immediately like, so what are your thoughts on bees?
Bees, they're neat.
Neat, you say?
Hmm.
Is there anything more you would like to say about bees?
I'm a fan of their productivity.
Is productivity the only thing you see in the bee?
No, I see colors in bees. Are we close? Are we close to Buddy Isle?
We're getting closer.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But I gotta know, are you a buddy or not?
Of
What else do
course.
bees do? You got 3 guesses.
Sorry.
Tell me a thing that the bee does.
They they fly. They I guess liking things isn't doing things. Isn't something a bee does. It's just a bee is. Uh, they they go on flowers, and they no, wait, no. They serve they serve queens, right? They serve queens.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're here.
Okay. Okay. Do I go on the left or right?
The right.
Okay. Um, I assume that she didn't get the Buddy Isle.
No, wrong.
No.
You gave the wrong answer, so you're not getting to Buddy Island. You jump into the water and Find Me leans over the side and goes, wrong answer, friend. Bees dance, baby. They dance.
Yeah. Speaking of dancing, no, speaking of queens, I want to tell a story.
Ooh.
So, my at that point best friend Amelia CG
Oh no.
told me that Amelia PB believes that this one rock in the forest is the fairy queen. So, we conspired to play a little prank on her, and like, hey, do you know what day it is? Well, rather, what night it's gonna be?
No. What? Is it a full moon or something?
No, but it is the exact middle of summer by the fairy calendar, and
Oh, you have access to the fairy calendar?
well, my mom told me,
Oh, uh-huh.
yeah, and
Are you part fairy?
no, my mom is just very smart,
Oh, okay.
and like, if you want to meet fairies, like, this is the night to do it, and other Amelia told me, where we could do that.
Oh, yeah. You know Fairy Road, yeah?
Yeah.
At the end,
Mhm,
at the end of
mhm,
Fairy Road, there's a rock that I'm
mhm.
pretty sure is where the fairy queen lives.
Cool. You got to take me there tonight.
Oh, yeah. To meet fairies, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So the plan, of course, is to we wait until dusk arrives, set up, and me and Amelia CG have taken along strong flashlights and rattlers to make weird sounds and light. And the idea is to scare you.
Uh-huh.
However, neither of us has actually gone down the fairy road. And basically we psych ourselves out. And I think, there's like, we're walking down the road, and other Amelia trips and one of her noisemakers falls out, and then I jump and that. What was that?
Oh, it must be the fairies. Let's go see
Yeah.
them.
You go ahead. I'm just gonna I'm gonna tie my shoelace. I'll catch up to you.
Yeah, of course. It's okay to be afraid of fairies, but you shouldn't be. They're pretty nice, I hope. And I'll go and presumably find Amelia CG.
Uh, I think yeah. As you head forward, like you find Amelia CG. Meanwhile, it's like you go ahead. I'm just gonna tie my shoelace, and the moment you're kind of out of earshot, I'm just like book it back to my cabin. And I don't know what happens there the night. I just know that what if I think I made the story up, but what if it's true? I don't want to mess with fairies on their most important night.
And it is summer, so it might be the middle of summer according to the fake calendar. You don't have
Mhm.
access. But yeah, I think Amelia PB does go all the way to the Queen Below Moss, and she tells people she did see fairies. But she also saw Amelia CG and got pretty upset that Amelia CG was making light of the fairies, so now she only goes by PB.
Ooh. In the movie made from this game, Amelia CG is of course going to be CG.
And not like good CG, like Sliders CG.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh no.
That's actually
Like opening-
terrifying.
Like opening to an early 20s RPG of a cutscene of CG.
No,
Like, what am I looking at here?
I'm thinking Lara Croft 1 levels of CG.
Oh my god.
She kind of moves at a slightly different frame rate to everyone else.
It was like 2D animation or live action or
I don't know.
3D animation, obviously.
Yeah.
okay.
There's probably another camper. There's probably another camper we actually like who gets to be Roger Rabbit animated.
Ooh. I think it's actually mostly live action, but overlaid with all kinds of effects. All right, moving on.
Yeah, I'd like to tell a story. After I go to the Queen Below Moss and allegedly see fairies, I figure out that if I go to the Pirate Bay, I'll probably see pirates, right?
Probably.
So I'm gonna invite Lavenza, who I know wants to live this place, and the pirates probably have pirate boats, and say that, hey, Lavenza, do you know what night it is?
The 23rd?
Yeah, also that. But it's also the middle of summer according to the pirate calendar.
Uh-huh. Pirates have a calendar?
Yeah, of course. Everyone has a calendar.
Oh. Do you have a calendar?
Well, yeah, mine's just the camp's calendar.
Oh. Well, it's not really your calendar, is it?
I don't need a calendar.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
but the thing is,
Okay.
I think the pirates are gonna visit Pirate Bay tonight.
Where are they usually when they're not at Pirate Bay?
Well, probably in the sea somewhere.
Oh, that's true. Uh, so wait, we're you're saying pirates are gonna be at Pirate Bay today?
I think so. I think so.
Okay, okay. Um, what do you do when you meet a pirate?
I don't know. I never met a pirate. I met a fairy queen once, but that's not a pirate.
No, that's not really a pirate, is it?
Yeah.
Hmm. So so does that mean we're going to meet pirates?
Yeah.
Are-
Let's go meet the pirates.
okay. Ah, do you think they'll let us on their boats? Do you
I'm
think they'll take us
hoping.
away? Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, that means oh, this is all very quick. I need to like and stuff.
We should get the pirates something, right? They like.
Yeah. Yeah, they steal stuff. They must like stuff. What are you gonna get them?
I don't know. I don't think we can get them ice cream because if we go all the way to Pirate Bay, it's gonna melt by then.
Hmm. That's true. It is really warm. What do we have? I have a deck of cards. They always pirates always like cards.
Yeah. I bet they do. I have some bracelets I did on DIY, like craft stuff.
Oh yeah.
They like those.
Yeah, they like jewelry. They
Uh
always
huh.
take jewelry.
Yeah. It's mostly made of string, but same thing.
I appreciate that. Okay. Um, so I've got cards, you've got jewelry. Then that should be enough to book us a passage out of here, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really want to leave, but I do want to go around the pirate boat.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. What? Okay. I think the Venza is like, yeah, this bouncing leaving.
Yeah, and then we go to Pirate Bay during the night. And I don't think there is any pirates there, something tells me.
No.
Okay, we should probably bury this stuff though, because then when the pirates do come, maybe I got the calendar wrong. They'll know that there is people here that want to meet the pirates.
Yeah. I think is this like on the night, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. I think Lavenza's been pacing on the sand or on the bay, waiting for the pirates, and kind of like just only notices when you say bury stuff. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. Is Are you sure you got the right day on the pirate calendar?
No, I'm mostly converting off of fairy calendar. I
Oh,
think they're like a week apart from each other, but I don't know.
Okay. So maybe next week then.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
Eventually there will be pirates. It's called Pirate Bay.
Yeah. Yeah. Eventually. Can I add the detail that like maybe why it's called Pirate Bay is because, um, in that kind of like distance you can see what looks like masts, but it's probably just like trees jutting out of the water. Like,
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
that's
really
nice.
good.
yeah. So it does look like there's ships, uh, out in the distance. And also, Lavenza brought a suitcase. Thought she was
Where did you
leaving.
get a suitcase?
Sorry.
Where did you get a suitcase?
Um, maybe there's a story in that. But yeah, she didn't think she was leaving, but like she will bury the suitcase because like, all right, there's a place to hide when the pirates come. I won't have to pack the suitcases here.
Mhm. Okay, we keep coming back here and check if the stuff's still here.
Okay. I know you said we shouldn't bring ice cream, it'll just melt, but next time can we bring ice cream?
Oh, yeah. And if the pirates don't come, we can just eat the ice cream. Ice cream's always good.
Yeah. Ice cream's always good. I think the last thing Lavenza will kind of like ask is like we'll just randomly ask you, does PB stand for Pirate Bay?
Loud gasp. I think it might.
That is called character growth. Maybe it stands for pirate boss.
Oh my god.
Wonderful. Wait, whose turn is it?
It should be zero up.
Sorry,
Lavenza.
I'm just watching Alice. I thought you were writing down irate. It was like, oh my god, did I miss?
All right. Hey.
Hey.
I think I'm gonna name a place. I want to claim that RPG hut. I think I think I'll keep mine brief. I think I do want to canonize it as the RPG hut. Um, so I'm literally just rewriting the word RPG.
You can just
in big-
underline it.
Yeah. Say, this is what's called an easy turn.
Well, strategy.
Yeah,
Power gaming.
yeah. I think this is where campers play RPGs. Probably not the what kind of RPG you think they play here?
Does RPG stand for raccoon playing game?
I think
that's
Oh, go ahead.
Go on.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that Find Me would definitely ask if RPG stands for raccoon playing game.
And Jancy would be like, no, it stands for raccoon, possum, giraffe.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Yes. The reality is more disappointing than anything. Are there any
Find Me shows up like once and finds out there's no raccoons, possums, or giraffes, and it just leaves.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing for everyone all around.
PB, all of PB's characters used to be fairies, but they are now all pirates.
Ooh. Man, PB moves on quick. Yeah, I think in lieu of being able to escape the cap, I think Lavenza is is one who does get really into RPG.
Shoutouts to the motorcycle.
Yeah, my end.
I think that's it for me.
I'm adding. What do you mean they can't be a raccoon to find me's sheet?
What do you mean?
Your character sheet's so foolish, man.
Mm-hmm.
If I were you, I'd start to capitalize on all this free space you have here. Illegal free space.
Oh no, it's full on purpose. I think I'm just gonna start writing over the other stuff now.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You don't lose your past. You just it goes out of focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think on that note, I think on that note, I would like to name a new place.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
whoops.
Oh my god.
you just moved your entire everything.
Oh no.
There we go.
There we go.
Ah, perfect. Yeah, I picked the wrong tool.
Good thing you have ILC too. Matt.
Uh-huh. And elephants.
Yeah, of course.
It's a double layer of protection. Anyway, what I want to do is I want to. You see, like right over there where the skate park is.
Yeah.
I think wanna. I think I wanna. I think there's a term that Find Me once heard, which is a delphinarium.
Oh,
Ooh.
And they call it the delphinarium because what you do when you because there are lots of cool things you can do at a skate park, and we're rad teens, so we know a lot of them. But the raddest one of all is doing the dolphin, and that's doing and that's doing a sick trick and then completely wiping out in the water.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of ramping off into the lake. If you can do a kickflip in the lake, excellent. If you can do a rail grind in the lake, even better. If you can do a wall ride in the lake, which somebody has done. They're basically like the king of the skate park. I think there's a lot of I think over the I think like and I think the very best I think the most noticeable thing out of this is that there's like a lot of like what represents this the most is this genre of picture called the dolphin picture, which is like taking a picture of someone mid trick just before they hit the water.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
PB's really torn because she is self-appointed camp lifeguard, but also pirates make people walk on the plank all the time.
Oh my
And that's
god.
one of the
PB's
things.
torn between their job and their in their dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
The only problem with doing the dolphin is that you just kind of have to get your skateboard on the lake afterwards.
Yeah. Uh, Jancy does dolphins, but not with a skateboard. She does it with inline skates. And I
Fine.
guess she's moved on to she. Huh.
And Find Me does dolphins, but never with Find Me's own skateboard. Find Me always
Of
borrows
course.
someone else's.
Find me a skateboard and I will show you a dolphin.
Actually that's a very good point. I think PB's term for it I think I think PB's term for it like catches on. It's now called walking the plank. And like kids gather around you and just start yelling, "Walk the plank! Walk the plank!" And if you back down, then you're neither a dolphin nor a pirate, which is the worst thing, which is the worst way to be.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's only two cool things to be. That's a dolphin or a pirate. Everyone knows that.
Fairies are so last year. Cool. How are we feeling? Break now or one
Great.
more round and break then? Break now.
We take like a 5 minute break.
Yeah, let's do a short one. Cool. Meet you back in 55.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Stock up on skateboards.
Just skateboard graveyard at the bottom of that lake.
Yeah. welcome back. So, before we get back into the game, I just want to remind everyone that this is not just a fun stream, but also a stream for raising money for the North American Rights Fund. You can follow the link in chat. And want to shout out Eigenbasis for the $10 donation saying, "Take me home, country roads." That's from a while ago. And yeah.
Oh, there's a new one from Ely saying for PB and Lavenza and the Pirates. That's nice. Thank you.
I didn't refresh. There is. Cool. Right. I think it's my turn now.
I think it is.
I haven't figured out what I want to do. Actually, I have figured out that I want to rename a place. I just haven't figured out what the change is going to be. I know. The thing that changes is this. LLB is no longer named LLB. Let's see.
I'm so shocked that that corrected my audio.
No, you just hit puberty and your voice dropped.
Oh no, this is the turn, isn't it?
This is the turn. Right. I think yeah. So people start calling this the landing pad.
You don't have to explain what it is. Someone
Nope.
has to tell a story.
Yep. I don't get to explain. Oh, I need a better color. But that's gonna have to wait for the future.
Frowny face on Lavenza's.
Yeah. Okay. Landing pad.
Oh, it looks like she said about liking RPGs.
Aww. Likes RPGs, sad face. Are those your contempt tokens?
Kinda.
Okay. I also want to change something in my character sheet, which is while when I was fresh, I came in and was like, yeah, everybody calls me Two Fish, which is a nickname I brought from my home friend group. Nobody has ever called me Two Fish in camp. So, I have a vacant space for a nickname.
Oh, there's something for the renaming round.
Mm-hmm.
Building off of landing pad, I'd also like to rename a place. Possum View is now UFO View.
Dun dun dun.
About sweet possum.
Alien possum.
Impossible.
Okay. And we'll add the logo believes in fairies, believes in aliens. Two things that I believe. And that's it for my turn.
Okay. I think I will tell the story of how LLB became the landing pad. I think uh, there was a night when maybe Lavenza was getting back from the the now weekly waiting for pirates um, thing, and she saw this unearthly, dark, shadowy like shape um, that's kind of like that's perched over the wrestling ring, and it looked at her, this dark, shadowy figure, and it called out to her in hundred voices. Um, and it's somewhere in that strangled chorus of voices. It called her name. Um, it's probably just a flock of seagulls, honestly, but that landed there. Um, but I think the camp was like woken up by Lavenza, like screaming about it. That there's this like creature from, and I think she swears she saw the shadowy figure like take off into the sky, in this one misshapen like lump, and again it is probably just a bunch of seagulls, but um I think that's when Lavenza like kind of realized, all right, I've been meaning to move the LLB ever since those possums got to my granola bars, and read my history books, uh, but I gotta move on, and I think yeah and so Lavenza stopped stashing her stuff there, and now it is like now a place that people think, well, that's where things from beyond the sky are gonna be landing from now on. Um, Hence why it is now the landing pad.
Cool.
Okay. Then I have an immediate follow up to that, which is I'm going to name the Welcome Center. And I'm going to name it Welcome Center. Basically, I think a rumor spreads that the Welcome Center is an alien.
The
Because-
building itself?
Yeah, the building itself. The rumor spreads that it just kind of walks around at night when nobody can see because it's shy.
I mean, look at it. It's like a house, but it doesn't have any walls.
Oh
Yeah. It's pretty clearly an alien disguised as a house. So I think
Of course.
So I think the way we work around that is that I think to kind of help the Welcome Center get over its shyness, we go every time we pass it, we just go Welcome Center, because Welcome Center is written like right on it, and we assume one of those things is its name.
Mhm.
And I think to further the seagulls thing, I think also like seagulls like to gather on the Welcome Center now and again, especially like at night. So I think that just lends more credence to the rumors. Point is, the Welcome Center enters our folklore.
I think the vet is like
Yes.
super glad now that she moved her away from, because turns out there's an alien there this whole time.
Also, you don't like birds, right?
Well, yeah, that too.
Okay. I want to name a thing. And it's a very logical thing of necessity that happens. So this end of the lake called the waterfront. Because that's where the boats are, where the floats are, where the goats aren't. What else rhymes? But like there's this cool fishing spot at the other end of the lake where there's a the shore is a bit steeper. There's a tree that's sort of hanging over the water, so kids go on that tree and then jump into the water, and it's cool. But like it's always been like the other side of the lake, or that place. Um, finally, a good name comes along. It is called the Waterback, the opposite end of the waterfront.
I love it.
With two C's,
Mhm.
because we are becoming hip.
This is what I call coming of age.
I'd like to rename something. I'll rename August the tree to September the tree.
Do you remember?
Okay. Oh, accidentally. Oh no, I accidentally clicked on the Photoshop shortcut on my. Oh, great. Oh god. Okay, it's starting up. Oops. Um, I think I'm gonna name a section of of the area down south. I think um someone spots like a an owl interacting with a crab down at the south.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think it's just like there's like an owl who's flew to the ground, and there's a crab that's kind of like maybe like has raised their claws, kind of like um slightly threateningly, and but this kid perceives it as more like, oh my gosh, when they tell the story. um it was a full-on like brawl between the owl and the crab, and the story escalates to the point where there is now a war between the International League of Crabs and Owls of the Nightmare Frontier. So now um this area, let me try to circle here. No, wait, no, different color. This area around here is now the contested zone. Um,
Mm.
that's being fought over by the owls and the crabs. And Bill just wrote down owls v crabs.
The decarcinized zone.
Phoebe would like to formally announce Crab Alliance. She's on the crab side as a prioritist her duty.
Jancy is clearly an owl sympathizer. Does not
I think
consider this a reason to be hostile to PB or any crab sympathizers, but would prefer the owls to win.
Now thinking about I think Find Me volunteers as a crab tank, which means Find Me, which basically means Find Me just just puts as many crabs on their body as they can manage. just ru- just runs towards some trees. And after that,
Lavenza. Oh, go ahead.
and then I'm gonna have to find me a sheet. Check it out. I'm a crab tank.
I think Lavenza kind of sees this as an aliens versus predator scenario. Whoever wins, we lose. So she intensifies her planning to get out of here.
That's a buff crab.
Oh, it had so many legs.
Find me's corner. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Mm, Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. Just gonna finish my crab tank graphic.
Oh, I scrolled down to your corner. It's great.
Okay. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I think I want to rename. I think there's the Queen Below Moss. I think I want to rename the Queen Below Moss to the Sleeping Crab Empress.
Wow, the crabs really spread.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Don't worry, I'm about to introduce another political force.
And the possums are like, what did I thought I thought we controlled this place.
I mean, they do. They are the people who guard who guard the Sleeping Crab Empress.
Yeah, I guess they are all the way over there. Well,
Mhm.
actually, no, they're not there anymore. It's not possum view anymore.
I mean, they're there. It's just not possums for viewing.
We've set our sights a little higher. Okay, so I want to tell a story. So, one day at the Delphinarium, doing sick dolphins of the plank, uh, but you know, you get tired of the same old tricks. So I called Find Me, and go like, okay, we got to get serious about this.
Mm-hmm.
Teach me the bee dance.
Bee dance. What do you want to know the bee dance for?
Um, the bees have been uh, unjustly oppressed by the crab and owl um, high society, fighting their wars. And the bees are just right there in the middle. Their flowers get trampled, their hives get pinched. It's no good. I want to ally with the
Hmm.
bees, but
You want to ally
I
with the bees? I want to ally with the bees.
I can't talk to them. They don't speak English. They
Yeah,
speak
they speak the
dance.
language of dance.
Yeah. Uh, and like I point down to my inline skates. I'm ready for the uh what's a good descriptor? I'm ready for the curvy motion lines. The bee speak bee English. Hyperbolic chat says the bees speak bee English. Uh,
Oh,
Oh dear. Discord.
are you having issue with Discord apparently? The bees are too powerful.
Yeah, the bees don't ally with anyone.
okay, we're back. I'm back. This is HP. Discord crashed because yeah. Okay. Looks like we had a very short internet outage in the area. See if HP gets back.
We're not showing
Hello?
up. Yes.
Yay! Okay.
Heard you.
Was that just me or was that both of us?
Oh no, we both dropped. I think we had a local internet outage.
I'm not sure if
Very
it was a local
temporary.
internet outage because everything else was working.
Or just
Well,
Discord.
maybe just everything else didn't notice. But yeah, that was weird. Anyways, so I'm prepared. I know you got the knowledge. Let's develop the skills.
Why should I help you, a dirty owl sympathizer?
I am willing to turn coat to the stripy side.
Oh, you want to be a bee, huh? Well, we gotta test you.
All right. What do I do?
We're going to Buddy Island, friend,
Mm.
and find me extends a hand.
I I consider your offer and shake the hand. Like, let's do it. With like
Yeah.
serious commitment in my face.
So yeah, do you think Jancy's a true friend to bees?
Janice's committed to friendship to bees. She's not a she doesn't have a history of that, but the commitment is there. Yes.
All right. In that case, I name you Queen Bee.
Holy shit! I'll take it.
The bee that walks like a camper.
Mm,
First we've got
I
BB,
am.
now we've got QB.
We got QB.
and everybody's like, wait, you're quarterback? No,
Quarter
What is-
bee.
quarter B.
Yeah,
Importantly, QB isn't two letters. QB is Q point B the whole word. B's never shortened. It's
yeah.
just
Then
yeah. Go.
I think I think both of us go to Buddy Island, and then we then Find Me takes you along on what Find Me describes as bee research,
Yes.
and then you watch bees and do like interpretive dances out in the
Mhm.
out near the trees.
Yes. Um,
I think this
and like,
culminates in a trip to UFO View to commune with the bees in the sky.
along the way, we definitely make flower wreaths.
Oh, 100%. We go, we come back with garlands. It's great.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Okay, that's my turn.
um, I'd like to also tell a story. So we have Waterfront, Buddy Isle, and then Waterback. And Buddy Isle is right in the middle. So I think that I, as the self-appointed camp lifeguard, can probably make the swim. And there's even a little rest stop in Buddy Island. So I think I'll announce that I'll be swimming all across the lake and then try and do that. Anyone who feels confident that they can also do that can join me.
Yeah, last time Lavenza went out to the lake, that didn't end well for her.
um, not joining you, but cheering from Buddy Isle.
Mhm. Yeah,
Because this is an important feat, and we can't have you missing Buddy Isle, so somebody has to be there to let you know it's here.
yeah, thank you so much. I'll try and do that then. And I think she does. Mad lad. And so I'll
What a
draw
mad lad.
I'll draw a little medal on my character.
And on the Find Me sheet, I noted Queen Maker.
Yeah. Manufacturer of royalty.
And do you think they were declaring the end of Rome?
Sorry, what was the question?
Oh no, and just to think that Find Me was defending the fall of Rome, and now they
Oh,
are
yes.
the Kingmaker.
Yeah.
Listen, as
Ooh.
me defending the fall of me advocating the fall of Rome and the total destruction of its premises does not indicate that I'm necessarily against royalty. I just, I mean, Carthage was also Carthage is also ruled by royalty, at least as far as I know.
As you can read in the history book under the landing pad.
As I can read, as I have found out from sources that I cannot comment on.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna tell a story of how the Queen Below Moss got renamed into Sleeping Crab Empress. I think this is Lavenza inserting herself, taking a side in the vicious war between the owls and the crabs. I think what she actually does is like she enlists probably PB's help because she knows PB is like on the side of the crabs, and I think the way Lavenza spins this to PB is like um you know do you know what's a way for the crabs to win against the owls? They need to expand, you know? They have to they have they have to like I've read this about in military history. You have to have like open up a second front um in in the war. So what if we take one of the senior crabs, the most senior crab there is, and we help them build like like a base up in the north, and then once they've grown their power base, they can like come down from the north to the south, catch the owls in a pincer, and win the war.
Oh wow. Yeah, that sounds really smart. And crabs are really good at pincers, so they be able to pull it off.
Exactly.
What were you thinking? Like about dining hall? Maybe in the welcome center?
Um, no, well, no, center has those. Center has other birds. You don't want to put the crab near the other birds. Like
Oh, are
we,
they
we
in alliance with the owls? Oh no, yeah, the crabs really have to diversify then.
no, I think we have to go further up north.
The tower then.
Ooh, it's a bit too close, still too close to the center.
Oh,
Do you-
okay. The RPG house?
Close. Ooh, what if the crabs ally with the fairies?
By the ferry road?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah. Crabs are basically like the fairies of the sea, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty far away from the battlefront though.
I guess. Well, maybe they can like maybe this is where they can expand. It's like a new, um, it's like a new place for them, and then they can disrupt other parts of the camp, spread from there. I think I don't know if PB figured this out, but you get the sense like Lavenza's inserting herself in the war not to like help someone win, but to just further confuse and muddle the situation to make the camp more destabilized.
Well, the crabs are like the fairy of the seas and the lake too, I guess. Um, I'm sure the fairy queen would be a great ally to them.
Exactly. Um, you you're a bigger fan of the crabs than I am. Which of the crabs are like someone they would venerate, someone they would worship, or almost? We need to put them up north.
Don't tell the crabs that, but I can't actually tell them apart.
Oh, okay, okay, all right. Now keep your secret. Don't worry. Um, okay, okay. We'll just find like the most regal looking crab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe we can like build a crab shrine. Um, create like a story like there's a sleeping crab empress up north, and if the crabs awaken them, then they'll be able to have this force and take over up the north.
Oh, yeah, for sure. If we tell the crabs that story, they will for sure try and get to the ferry road and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. um yeah, I guess this is PB and Lorenzo making a crab shrine. um And yeah, the crab spread. Um, we need to start creating borders.
Mm,
Battle lines have been drawn.
snip, snip, y'all.
Yeah. Actually, no. What I was thinking is we should make a faction sheet.
Next up, we're gonna play an Echo game set in the ruins of the Crab Owl War.
Oh no. Oh no. I mean, oh yes, please, but also, oh no. Uh,
Yeah, my turn. I think.
mhm.
Hmm. 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 There are two possible ways I could do this. One is by telling a story. Uh, and the other is hmm. Uh, yeah, I think there is so I want to name the dining hall,
Yes.
and I'm gonna name it the Parliament.
Big yes.
Never trust a parliament.
It's the Parliament. I think, and I think the reason it's called the Parliament is because a new game blossoms out of the Crabell War, Crabell B War, which is which is that I think at a certain point the camp I think at a certain point the camp decides that a substantial portion of the camp decides that we need to intervene and bring like an end to the violence.
Mhm.
So a new game that we start to play is that we bring crabs, bees, and occasionally the tamed camp owl into the dining hall.
Mhm.
And just have them, I just have them talk out their differences. We
I
basically
can
like go. We basically go out and capture like many bees and we capture bees in glasses and just bring them in.
Glasses, or you could even say jars.
Yes, bees in jars.
I can see how it catch crabs and bees. What about owls, though? Do we ever manage to catch one?
We have a tamp cam owl. We have a tame camp owl.
Hmm.
At least I like to imagine we do. I think if not, then I think the other thing that happens. I think that what happens instead is that we leave out food for owls, so they start coming in, coming into the dining hall,
Oh,
and
that sounds messy.
People also start bringing in other animals. It's like the game just kind of spirals out of control.
There's a
And
possum there one day.
I rate it a
yeah,
7 out of 10.
Oh.
I've seen
and
better.
then, yeah, and basically this all winds up making the dining hall a much more interesting place. In recognition of Find Me's efforts in bringing peace to the lake, Find Me has been banned for life from the cafeteria.
How is your only eat a thing once goal going now that you're banned from the cafeteria?
Better actually, yes. I was trying not to eat the cafeteria food anyway, so this kind of works out. I've kind of started. I think Find Me has started looking for like chestnuts, but Find Me can't find the chestnuts you're supposed to actually make into. You're supposed to actually bake, and instead Find Me has just found just found regular chestnuts that you can't eat at all. They also tried out grasshoppers, and it was pretty good actually.
I am worried about Find Me's nutrition.
Looks like Find Me comes back every year, and the idea is to never eat anything twice on a given year.
Yeah, okay.
So Find Me is ever only here for like maybe a month out of every year.
Hmm. Um,
So in that context, the goal is kind of achievable.
hmm. I'm gonna name something. I'm just trying to find the better. Uh, thing. Mm. Oh, I know. This tree. This tree is. Oh, that's a big line. The wizard. Because here's what happened. Jancy and Amelie CG. We still hang out. Just went for a walk. And we had sandwiches with us. And we're like, not exactly planning on a picnic, but whatever. So, we're like, okay, hold up, let's stop here. And we put our sandwiches down on our in an open basket. We're like, let's go take a dip in the lake. And we go in the water, we come out, and the sandwiches are gone. The wizard did it. We don't know how, but this tree is definitely at fault. Also, I have made myself a picture.
Nice. Okay, I'd like to name a place. And it is this first bunker here. It is the AM bunker because the bunkers are assigned by alphabetical order. So I share a bunker with Amelia CG, Amy, and Amanda.
Ah.
I like Amy, but Amanda has sided with Amelia CG.
Dramatic.
All right, time to create a new faction. Which one is the autocracy and which one's the democracy? I'm also gonna name a place. I think I'm gonna claim this tent. Which I think was built for the circus, but circus aren't really in fashion these days. For various reasons, so it's kind of been just left there, which means that the LLB 2.0 has been found.
Nice.
Nice.
So Lavenza, taking advantage of all the chaos of the of everything, has managed to move all her stuff out of the landing pad and here in the tent. And it turns out a tent is much more roomier than the underneath of a wrestling ring.
Right next by my bunk too.
Yeah. Yeah, because she figures if you ever want to come, like,
I realize there's a change in my character.
Oh.
I am an aspiring magician.
Oh,
Which honestly is just turns out I'm good at math and card counting, but also like sufficiently not good at math to believe that the mathematical correlations are actually magical.
Very nice. I would like to tell a story.
nice.
Specifically, I would like to tell a story about the AM. If that's all right, because I think at a certain point, because I think at a certain point, the house divided cannot stand. You know.
God.
And I think the hostilities between the AMs just kind of all just kind of all come to a head. And I think I'm not entirely sure how they come to a head exactly. I think there's a lot of ways that this story is set to begin. Does PB have any particular way that that they'd like to begin the story?
Do you have any ideas?
Uh, I'm thinking it's like I think it's like some sort of I think it starts off with some sort of like ownership dispute, like who does this thing or that thing belong to?
Mm-hmm.
And then it spirals into like a series of and then spirals into a series of arguments. Then there's like Amy goes into like a sulk that she doesn't come out to come out of for like 2 weeks.
Poor Amy.
Yeah. And then there is like and then there is just like and then it all and then like something happens. I think there is I'd like to imagine that it like hostilities suddenly escalate into like a full-on prank war.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
They start playing mean pranks on one another until it culminates in this one night where like all four of them, PB included, just all get all get pranked to hell by each other. It's just like somebody gets hit with paint, somebody gets there is somebody find somebody goes to sleep in their bed and finds out there's bugs in it. Then there's like that sort of thing. It all just happens on one night. And it's a it's like it's like a hell of a thing. The entire girls' side of the camp hears about this,
Uh-huh.
and I think in retrospect they decide to name this event Amlet. They then go and then they then go on to like put on a show about in the Digi and Art House.
Yeah, I think the thing that started uh escalating the hostilities is that someone in the AM bug, everyone claims it was them, found a tame possum, and we started to raise it underneath one of the bugs. And then we started to argue whose the possum was and just escalated.
Oh no. Possums were supposed to unite us, not divide us. Cool. I would like to name a place. Um, and here's a building called Magic. Um, and as the resident aspiring magician, QB just lays claim to it. has QB's magic. What's a good building name? Emporium is too commercial. Castle is too military.
Palace? I know.
How? Let's generalize it a little. It's QB's magic domain. QB's not entirely sure what a domain is, but it's a phrase that goes together.
At least you're making progress. I think nobody had any idea what was going on in the magic building up until now.
I mean, it is a little haunted, but as a magician, that does not faze me.
The reason it's haunted is because nobody goes there. Nobody knows what it is.
Yeah.
I'd like to add on my character sheet that on top of believing in fairies and aliens, I also believe in ghosts.
Yes.
I'd
It's
like
like-
that too. My character sheet, the ghosts rule, just for the record.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add another frowny face.
And I think the way that this becomes QB's sort of personalized domain is that she keeps bringing flowers in, you know, bee brand and all that. But of course, cut field flowers, they dry up pretty quickly, and so there's bunches of dried flowers just hanging in all kinds of places, making it more creepy.
I'd like to tell a story for my turn. And the story I want to tell is the time I went ghost hunting at QB's magic domain.
Cool.
Um,
Was I informed?
yeah, I asked you
Okay.
if I could ghost hunt. It's your
Okay.
domain.
Mhm.
Can I
I
go?
graciously allowed you.
Thank you. Oh, you're a wizard, right?
Well, becoming one.
You should totally come and ghost hunt with me.
Okay. Cool. When are we doing this? What does the ghost calendar say?
Yeah, in about 2 nights, it's gonna be the middle of summer according to the ghost calendar. So that's when they'll be coming out.
Okay. Sounds perfect. And there's just like, hold up, wait. And Jancy's like, okay, so +2 -7 times 3. Just doing math under her breath, and is like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm free that night.
Okay, great. What do you think happens when we go hunt some ghosts?
I want to say I have while the claim is this entire building is my domain. Actually, I'm only using like the foyer and one other room, and there's like a backroom storage area which is just filled with cobwebs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I like, well, I have spent some time in these rooms, and I'm fairly sure ghosts don't come here, but that might be it.
Oh yeah, look at all the ectoplasm around.
Mhm,
I find the cobwebs.
mhm. What kind of equipment have you brought to ghost hunt?
I think that at craft we learn how to make like baskets and such.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a basket can probably capture a ghost if we swing it around there for long enough. I've drawn some ghosts and some ghost protective symbols in it, so you know the ghost will stay there.
I have brought my strongest magical implement.
Oh wow. Is it a
It's
calculator?
a pocket calculator with a backlight.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
I can to entice ghosts, I have written 008 on the screen and
That's
flipped
spelled.
it over.
Yeah, of course. Ghosts can't resist that.
If you want to meet a ghost, you have to speak their language.
Is it close to the language of bees?
No, completely different.
Oh, okay. I just thought the language of booze would be.
You would think, but no, this is just a failing of English.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, but lead the way.
Yeah. And I think we go ghost hunting. And I think I come back with an empty water bottle that I close and say there is a ghost inside.
I write some numbers on my calculator and just like shine the light through the bottle. I'm like, okay, yes. The ghost should be peaceful. I don't think it's going to try to escape.
Nice.
Good job.
Okay, Zero's turn.
Yeah, I think mine will be really quick. I'm gonna rename a place. That those trees up north, they are no longer elephants. Instead, they are now whales. As in the animal, not the place. I mean, that's kind of as funny as
yeah. Just like this little corner of woods is now Wales. Why? I saw sheep there once, I guess.
The thing is, like, I wouldn't be confident in knowing anything about whales.
Same.
Yeah, I think our break is probably coming up. So, I think what I want to do before then is move on. Specifically, I think Find Me is like, you know how this says campers age 13 to 16. Find Me has been here for like. Find Me has been here for like the entire age range of this camp, and I think the thing is that Find Me just kind of ages out of it. And next year, Find Me isn't here, and it's a little bit. It's just a little bit of an odd feeling because Find Me was like deeply involved in many of the games of the camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the atmosphere changes a little bit, and then a year later they come back as a counselor, and it's even weirder actually, because
Yeah.
they get introduced as Eileen in the actual orientation. As a new counselor, and then a day later they adjust their name tag a little bit and are now known as Eileen. It's kind of one
I-
of the E's gets turned into an I.
I have a question.
Uh
Is Chancellor Alien allowed in the parliament?
huh. Well, that's the thing, right? They are no longer included in the games because they've gone legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you were banned from the dining hall for crimes
Oh
and
no, that still
achievements past.
applies.
Okay, okay, that's what I'm asking. Can you go into the dining hall? I guess not.
I think technically yes, but Alien chooses to honor the ban.
Mhm.
Hmm. Did
I
you
don't think
ever
they were
pass-
ever banned. I don't think they were ever actually banned for life. They just declared they were banned for life.
Would you say that for the 1 year that Find Me wasn't there, we couldn't find them?
hmm
That's it. That's the joke I had.
I like to imagine there was a whole. I like to imagine there was. I imagine that turned into like a weird ARG that some of the other campers were doing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, yeah. They think you were just putting another like joke or another game on us.
I definitely wrote sticky notes that say "Find me" and placed them around the camp.
Um, a lot of new campers were like, or at least a lot of folks were trying to find Buddy Isle,
Oh yeah.
for quite some time because we no longer have a buddy in residence. Did you pass it on? Uh, did,
I mean, anybody
Fine.
can be Buddy in residence who knows where Buddy Island is.
yeah,
This is fair.
that's true.
All right. Um, with that, we will be going into our final break for this game. Probably take another 5ish minutes, or rather, see us all back here in 5 past the hour. Um, I would just like to remind you that this is a charity stream. Type exclamation mark donate in chat to find the links and the descriptions. And yeah, we'll see how this summer of adventure closes out when we come back. Before that, one last thing. Before we disappear, I want to shout out Roy Bean for donating $20, leaving no comment.
Woo! Well done.
Shouts out to you. Right.
Right. See you in a bit then.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and we're back. So let's close out this camp summer with a bang. Or a whimper. We'll see. Play to find out what happens, you know. So I want to tell a story of why something was renamed, and that thing is September.
Oh.
So, you know, what is the worst thing at camp? Well, there are many bad things about camp, but one of the worst things is it ends when summer ends. Summer ends with September. Uh, and how do you tell that it's getting to be autumn? Well, uh, trees turn yellow and red and all kinds of stuff. So the tree that used to be August, one summer, 2 days after fairy midsummer, some kids were out there and why is this tree yellowish? Why? Also, it's a fir, so that's extra weird. Why are the needles no longer green? Um, the truth of it is probably something like, I don't know, tree illness or um, a disturbance in the soil, or maybe something toxic has been
Soft
spilled
lies.
on it. But this is, of course, not what we figure out. What we know is the true cause is this tree has become initiated as the harbinger of autumn. It is, in essence, the tree that brings the end of summer. Hence, we named it September.
Sworn enemy of the wizard.
Oh, yes, definitely. The wizard maintains the magic of summer. September ends it. And to also solidify my position in my side in this conflict, I am officially a disciple of the wizard. My studies mostly consist of going to the wizard and solving Sudoku.
I'd like to tell a story about Pirate Bay.
Hmm.
I think one week, Phoebe and Lavenza come back, and our stuff has been digged out.
Oh no.
So we know the pirates have been here.
Oh my. This is it. This is it.
Did we miss Pirate Middle of Summer?
We must have. I mean, who else would have taken them?
Yeah.
But that means they're out there and they can come back. We just need to leave more stuff in here.
Yeah. Oh my god. Is this lake actually linked to the sea somehow?
Ooh, maybe. I mean, otherwise, how did they get here? Uh, we need to put something valuable, so that they'll stick around and they want to meet who gave them the stuff.
Yeah. For sure.
Do you have anything that's like worth a lot?
I have a ghost bottle.
But that's, well, not that it's not valuable, but it's your ghost bottle. I don't. Do you want to give it to the pirates?
Well, the pirates have messages on bottles, right? And I'm sure the ghost can pass along a message that I tell them. And I can always get more ghosts, probably.
Yeah, I mean you're a certified ghost hunter now.
Yeah. Let me add that to my character sheet.
PB says it out loud, and Avenge just nods. Like, yeah, I know. Okay. So, what do we want the ghost to tell the pirates?
I don't know. What can convince the pirates to stay?
Um, that if they say they'll get two uh possible new crew members, or they get to meet uh owls and crabs and ghosts. Well, we can say that like there's more ghosts where that came from. Are
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good. We should add R at the end. That's
yeah,
how speak pirate.
yeah, exactly. We should end every sentence we say to them with an R, like an R, maybe a matey.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Hmm. Yeah. We need to speak the lingo if we want to get in with the pirates.
Yeah, they wouldn't want new crew members that can't speak the lingo. How to
Exactly.
show them?
Yeah, we have to show them. Okay. Okay. Looks like we might be leaving soon.
Yeah, going pirating.
Yeah. Man. It's another thing you can put in you right now. Levin was about to say there's another thing you can put in your character sheet, but she wouldn't say that. Or she would because she likes RPGs. I mean, that's another thing you can put in your character sheet. Ghost hunter, pirate, lifeguard, firefighter. You, you you've got a lot of job titles. PB.
Gig economy.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of everything.
Mhm.
So you bury the ghost bottle.
We buried the ghost bottle. And we're pretty sure soon the pirates will be coming.
Yeah.
I like the implication here that there's an underground connection between the lake and the sea, and that the pirates are actually submariners.
Uh-huh.
God.
There's actually like a smuggling operation going on. It's just that we never find out about. It's just that, like 10 years down the line, there is a. It's just that 10 years down the line, there's like a news story about like about smuggling that's been going on here for the past 20 years via submarine.
Mhm.
But yeah, well, it's actually a crashed submarine.
And nobody knew.
Just been standing on its hull.
But yeah, whose turn is it?
My turn. Um. Actually, what do I want to do? Uh. Hmm. What have we got going on? There's a lot of things going on. Oh,
Oh dear.
yeah, just got a Aggie notification there.
Uh-huh.
We should probably hurry this up. Um,
Move
ooh,
on, move on.
yeah, yeah. I'm just looking at the time.
Quick, grow up before it's too late.
Before it's too late. All right, okay. No, I don't think Levent is ready to move on just yet, even though she seems like it. Um, I think I'll tell a story of how the trees up in the north got renamed into the whales. Um, Sadly, shout outs to our Welsh friends. Um, So I think because Lavenza spends a lot of time at the Lavenza Liberation Bureau 2.0, um, she's got like a front row view of the trees. Um, and I think like there's like a night where she thinks she hears like sounds coming from the trees. These kind of like soft kind of like pulsing like whale sounds.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think like one night um there's like a Lavenza, because ever since the meeting with the strange weird alien creature at the former LLB, now the landing pad, she's been kind of like keeping her making sure she doesn't just go out in the night, but weird soft sounds. There are clear like whale sounds. Probably someone's doing some illicit stuff there and just playing whale sounds off like a or a radio or something. But I think um Laventa does kind of like wander out into the trees trying to find like the whale sounds. And they're kind of like intermittent, but because um yeah, but because oh,
I
there we
think
go.
Aggie just refreshed for everyone, and it should be
Yeah.
fixed.
Yeah, totally did. It's probably gonna show up in the stream soon.
Mhm.
Really quick
Oops.
maintenance, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still connecting for me. But I think Lavenda starts whispering that like, oh, there's gonna be a new faction uh in the coming war, and whales are coming over from the west, I guess. And
Is it maybe because we know that the lake is actually connected to the sea?
yeah, exactly. Um so I think like yeah, Lavenda just kind of like starts spreading a talk that the whales are coming.
The whales are coming. The whales are coming. Everybody to arms. The whales are coming.
I think I'd like to tell a story from like maybe a few years back that like that Eileen remembers, which is like I think I think it relates to the whale trees. And then I think back when those trees started getting called whales, Find Me in particular, had the habit of doing like a lot of research about these things. And the thing is that they is they like hung out there for a while, to kind of suss out the place. And I think and I think the way that they knew that this place would be a keeper is that while they were there, there was a boat that passed along the shore that was called Diana, Princess of Wales, and that particular part of the mythology never really took off, but the name Wales stuck for the trees anyway.
Cool. Um, I would like to move on, and I think the story with Jancy always right is a little different. That they don't exactly age out of the bracket. Uh, like the last year, um, that she would be they. I think back to they. Um, last year when they would be still eligible, like his friend's gonna be there. They're expecting them, and Chansey doesn't show up when she's 16. Uh, I'm gonna mess up these pronouns all day.
Hmm.
When they're 16.
Maybe Jesse's just she they.
eh, I think that's gonna stay a little fluid. So yeah, they don't show up, and like wait, what? How? Why? Uh, and a thing, um, like there's all kinds of rumors going around camp. Like, huh? Maybe I heard Jancy joined the bees and flew off. And someone else was like, no, no, no. Jancy became so good at magic, they became a tree like the wizard. And someone else is, no, no, no. QB got into the war between the Beatles and the Beatles. Um, and so someone's like, no, no, no. Obviously, Jancy joined the Sailor Scouts. Obviously, that's what they were gonna do all the time anyway. Um, and the truth comes out like on the day of Wizard Midsummer.
Hmm.
Uh, the local newspaper comes in, and lo and behold, who's on page 72? It's Janissary Always Right, state champion at competitive Sudoku.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
So follow the career. But everybody knows that this is just a cover for Jancy's magic business.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course. Maybe all competitive Sudoku players
Oh, yeah.
actually.
Those are wizard duels.
Yeah, no one
Clearly.
likes it that much. Must be a cover up for something.
Yeah.
Years later, we'll point to QB's old like camp vlogs where they just kind of filmed themselves solving Sudokus under the wizard.
Yeah.
Is that their competitive Sudoku nickname? The Wizard?
Janissary tries to make the wizard happen. It does not happen. People even start calling them fetch because of this. Yeah.
Hey, I think that now that Jancy isn't coming anymore, and Find Me is a camp counselor, I'm gonna try and make up with Amelia CG. So I'd like to tell a story about the AM bunk. What would she like when I give her something? Yeah, maybe I think Amelia CG has actually she was like closer friend with Jancy than I was. I was also friends with QB, but Amelia was first, the other one. So I'd like I'd like to give her something from what was QB's magic. I'm actually gonna change my action to be a renaming action.
Mm.
Ooh.
Still to tell somewhat of a story. But I'm gonna rename QB's magic domain to Amelia's magic domain. Of course, most of the camp still calls it QB's magic domain. They are a renowned wizard now, but me and the other Amelia call it Amelia's.
Mhm. Cool.
Hmm.
Or the Emelium for short.
Yes.
Yeah. I think just to looking at some loose ends. I think I want to tell the story of how Possum View became UFO View.
Hmm.
Because I don't think we told that story.
We didn't.
No. Yeah. I think ooh. Now when we get to it, I'm like, do I have a story to tell about how Possum View became UFO View? I think like actually remind me, did possum showed up again, right? There was a
Yeah,
possum showed up somewhere else.
we're in the natural habitat area.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was that 7 out of 10 possum.
Hmm.
I feel so bad for that possum.
Hey, 7 out of 10 is a good grade.
Yeah.
That's passable.
Yeah.
It's possible.
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 A possum. Um, yeah, I think what precipitated the change is that I think there was like a vehicle that kind of drove through the area.
Oh.
Like unexpectedly there was like this all-terrain vehicle that kind of like wasn't meant to be there. Because this is like campgrounds and whatnot, and there are roads for a reason. Um and I mean, clearly in the original map, this was meant to be like a road towards a town, but it's not in this version. But I think yeah, there was a vehicle that kind of like it was going really fast, like recklessly fast, to the point where like it kind of like it it kind of like it looked like it kind of flew over like an incline, like there was like a small ditch that it kind of like flew over, and I think like when the kids saw that, there was like a bunch of they saw a bunch of possums like making a run for it as well, um, and this like unidentified flying object kind of like scared off the possums, or at least it was like so sudden when it showed up that it was hard to find possums for a while. And it kind of the possums moved on to like other places. And that vehicle never showed up again. I'm thinking it's like a big like truck or a jeep. Um, they just kind of like just showed up. But yeah, I mean there might be some possums still there, but people don't really remember the place now for the possums.
Cool. Eileen. Come on, Eileen.
Oh yeah, my turn. Uh, hmm. Can I rename? I wonder if I could rename something. Uh, let's see. Do I have an idea here? Let's see. Uh, yeah, I think maybe I'd also like to tell a story about about UFO View. Because I think everybody has a story about UFO View, even if they don't necessarily like to tell it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, I think it's I think it was maybe when they were like 15 or something that Alien finally went out to that Alien finally went out to UFO view. And what happened was that and what happened essentially was that I don't think I think I think the thing that really I think the thing that really made them make peace with the fact that it's called UFO view now is I think they saw the very rare 11 out of 10 possum illuminate
Wait,
under the
what?
illuminate under the light of the full moon.
Outrageous.
That's more unbelievable than a UFO.
And I think they had to, and I think they beheld this possum. It was such a great possum. It was the full moon. It was frankly it was frankly a veritable magical night. And I think I think that was the moment when Alien realized that, yeah, you know, they have maybe one more year left in this place. But you know, they saw the 11 out of 10 possum. That makes it worth it. And really, when you think about it, it's not the moon. The only reason the moon isn't an unidentified flying object is because we think we know what it is.
We
I
think
mean, you know, we might
Yeah.
not know what it is, but we have named it, so it's identified.
There's probably a spirited debate about this.
Yeah. In the parliament. The parliament is debating on the classification of the moon, whether or not it's unidentified or unidentified object.
And whether we would indeed benefit from de-identifying the moon.
Yes.
yeah, there's an argument to be like, it's fine enough as it is. It's up there, you know. We don't need to define it. Um,
Cool. Okay. My turn. I'm going to tell a story about the magic domain,
Nice.
or as it's known for short, Amelia's MD. So last year when I was here, towards the end of summer, which I had calculated to be um, the hottest year according to the wizard calendar, hottest day according to wizard calendar,
Mhm.
which I don't know why it's not the hottest on any other calendar, but whatever. I
Heat is subjective.
fair, 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 fair. Also, hot or not, this day, very hot. I decided to play Peacemaker, and the peace between the Amelias maybe didn't start here, but it was definitely a push in the direction. I called the Amelias, both of them, to the wizard,
Mhm.
and was like, BB, CG, Amelias. I have become aware that I am learning a lot of mystical knowledge, and this responsibility may take me away from various important magical duties that I have here in the camp, specifically my magic domain. You two have been my most trusted accomplices um, during my magical education. And so, in the off chance that I am summoned to the wizard war or otherwise indisposed, that you take care of my magical domain. Do you accept this responsibility? You're allowed to say no. I don't want to push anything, but you know.
Well, we're not gonna need to do that because you're always gonna be here. But yeah, sure.
Okay. And then I recite the commutative property of addition just to magically seal this agreement.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and you are make you officially uh the godparent of my magical domain, I guess. And yeah.
Let me add that to my character sheet.
My God.
Godparent of magic.
God hyphen parent, so it's like God King.
That's good. And as I end my turn, I would like to point out that we should probably start wrapping up, and so either
Mm-hmm.
PB or Lavenza should move on in this round.
Mhm. I guess I have a question about when the game ends. What
Yep.
happens to the one player who didn't move on?
We don't get to know how they move on.
Okay.
The game ends immediately as the last moving on happens, and that's it.
Do you have any strong feelings one way or the other, Zero? You should probably be the one, right? Because then I'll get a turn and then you move on.
No, I'm fine. I actually have an idea of why we don't get to see the Venza move on. I don't have a strong idea of how she moves on.
It's dramatically appropriate considering she's the only one who's trying to escape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dramatic irony.
I guess Alice, do you have an idea of how PB moves on?
I have.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna keep pushing for this enemies to lovers slow burn Amelia/Amelia.
Ooh,
It's happening in my mind.
yes.
And I think that Amelia PB discovers that Amelia CG actually goes to her school. They hadn't talked a lot, so they didn't know that. And so back at home, they become friends. It's a big school, they hadn't run into each other, but they become friends during the whole year. And so when it comes the next summer, the Amelias already have plans. They're getting older, they have a good friend group going on now at home. And they decide to stay at their city.
Aw,
Hmm.
that's lovely.
Aww.
All right.
Yeah.
And unless anyone has last minute changes to the character sheets, the game is over.
Yeah. I think the reason why we don't see Lavenza move on is because she's actually the youngest, so she still has a few more years to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think probably the first I think probably the first time that Lavenza comes back a year and neither PB nor QB are around anymore. Like Hylian probably looks at Lavenza and just kind of offhandedly mentions, "Well, kid, looks like you're in here for life."
Making a dramatic.
It's probably technically Lavenza is eligible for next year only, and not more, but it's
Well, it turns out fermenting war between Alice and Crab is a lot of fun. Although she is on her 6th Liberation Bureau.
yes.
Liberation never sleeps.
Exactly.
Freedom isn't free. Cool. Well, thank you for playing. This has been an absolute delight. If I guess let's go through names and plugs, starting with Alice.
Yeah, my name is Alice, and you can find the games that I've wrote at alicesv.edge.io. I also have a game about moving on from places. It's called Last Summer, so maybe check that out if you like this one.
Yeah, play this game and then play that game.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, HB.
I am HB. And the thing that I would like to plug is Alice's excellent game, Untitled Ghost Game, as well as her excellent game last summer.
Oh, thank you so much.
Cool. Zero.
Yeah. I would also like to plug Alice's game last summer because it's great.
Zero's
Honestly,
great.
yeah. Honestly, like if y'all love the vibe of this story, check out last summer because it's great. It's it's been approved by because it's a descendant from the Queen game. It's been approved by creator for the Queen herself. So that's good.
The Queen's approval,
Yeah.
licensed by the
Muscular
Queen,
yourself.
legitimized by the Queen.
Ooh, that is a thing you can actually write on your
Your
My
character sheet.
yeah,
your character sheet.
on my real life character sheet I keep
Yep.
with me all the time.
Mhm.
That's what CV stands for. Cool. And I have been Halcyon. We have been playing my game, Dzimtā, Puse, which you currently cannot find anywhere, but you can go to halcyon.itch.io to see my previous games, including a two-player map drawing game called Dungeon Plus Dragon and a sad mech game called Tensile Breakdown. And, Dzimtā Puse will be there sometime soon. Also, have fun with the words Dzimtā Puse. Also, you can find me on
Dzimtā
Twitter.
Puse.
You can also find me on Twitter at Halcyon, where I sometimes have hot takes on the nature of alphabets.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Also, this game rules, and I can't wait for you to release it.
Really
Yeah.
good.
Right, and thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the NARF Native American Rights Fund charity. Looks like no new donations in the last bit. Stay tuned for our next game, which is going to be Spoken Magic. Ooh, if you like words, that's a game for you.
Spoken magic.
Indeed. Right. And I think our technician can take us to Chill Beats to Bear to Lo-Fi Craig to record games to. That's a phrase. And yeah. See you around.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.